I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to swing my bat at this. He said, boy, if I picture this out of the park, moving so quick it's like they stuck in park. They see the numbers, but I see the heart. 10,000 hours you spit in the dark, putting in good work, even though you didn't even know that it would work. Talking about a man who grew up in woodwork, do it for the love of it, that's the way it should work. Yeah, yeah. I know some people gon' look at me crazy, and I'm like, for what? Man, I was stuck. I was down, but now I'm up.
What is good? What is good?
This all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm
down. Now I'm up like a seesaw. When I'm on a beat like an old man's lawn, better keep off. From the ground to the treetops, got clouds on my feet like Jack in the beast. I jumped off quick, went straight in a free fall. Cowboy hat and I'm nice in a yeehaw. Landed on my feet like a feline, put him back in the seat like a recline. Ay, what you mean I'm not worthy? Did it with a purpose, didn't need a permit. Digging from the bottom and I brought it to the surface. Mind your business now, who I worship. Who the little guy making big moves. Tick tock, turn it to a tick, 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 boom. Yeah, I talk a lot of stuff, probably thought it was a bluff, till I went and turned it where
I was down, but now I'm up.
Let's go. The building.
This all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was
How
down,
y'all
but
feeling?
now
How
I'm
you guys feeling? Great to see y'all. Great to see you guys. Down, but now up, baby. But now up. New York session has arrived. What is good? What is good? What up, Arrow Sassy? Clubhouse, how you feeling? NK Capital in the building. There he is. What up, D-Dub? What up, Danny Cash? Angel, back to business, baby. Let's go. KCP in the building. There he is. What up, DJ Scratches? What up, Wokey? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Mr. Lopez in the building. How we doing? How we doing? Great to see y'all. You guys ready to go? May Chuck in the house. What's good? What's up, Q? What up, Valerio? Good to see you. The captain is here. Welcome, welcome. All right, I think we're good to go. Just about ready. It is 8:26. Yeah, so why don't we pray real quick, and then we'll get into the session. We'll watch NFP, and we'll have a good one here today. All right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Father God, I thank you for this New York session, Lord. I pray a blessing over this whole entire group here as they come in and go out of this session today. I just pray that you would just guide them and just bless them and their families. And we just thank you for just bringing us together, uniting us together, and allowing us to do this every single day. So we thank you, Lord, and we just pray a blessing over this session and the people that are here in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. Let's get into it here. Today should be a lovely day. It is Friday. I know it's most people's favorite day, and also it's NFP here, so we got a good one. We'll have 2 minutes and 29 seconds, it looks like. So this will be our big red folder here of the month, coming in hot here in just about 2 minutes. We'll see the result of everything. They're definitely expecting a change in numbers here, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, why don't we dive into the technicals? Let's see what's going on with Goldie here. I know we got a bearish candle closure yesterday, but let's talk about what we got cooking today. So how's my music? Let me know real quick. If you guys can, give the stream a like, sub to the channel, and let's prepare ourselves for a fresh top-down analysis. All right, the music should be good right about there. You guys let me know. It's great. Just a smidge. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's talk about gold here. So you got yesterday's daily candle closed bearish, right? As you can see right here, we had a bearish closure, kind of a rejection, and we talked about gold kind of breaking out of the range, right? So we always see that anytime you have the initial breakout, right, especially after it's a huge engulfing candle, Usually the next candle never makes the bigger move. It's always the following candle or the one after that. So being that today's NFP, I would assume that this will be the bigger candle and the one that does the big move. But we do have some more room to the top of the range, and we'll likely hit that in about a minute if price decides to go up. So 4-hour candle is bullish. We still have more room to move up on the 4-hour. 1 hour's, excuse me, moving down right now, but who knows how that's about to go. 30-minute is bearish with no bottom wick with 40 seconds left. So why don't we sit tight? We got a support right here. Let's go ahead and watch, watch the reaction here of NFP as we potentially push through support or bounce off. So what do you guys think? Buy or sell? 23 seconds. What are you guys doing? You buying or you selling? Or you sitting? Oh. All right, here she goes. There she goes. Bam. NFP. All right, down, and now we're... I was down, but now... let's see. Up! Oh, that's why I wanted to play that song for you guys today. Down, but now up. So here we go. So we should fill the range here now on the 4-hour chart. We should also fill the daily range. Yep, there it is, tapping into resistance at the moment. So 4 hours still has room to go. We did just smoke these highs here. We could possibly move ourselves up towards like 44.30, and then maybe even 44.60. So let's sit tight. Let's let this stuff calm down a little bit, and then we'll see if we can make a move in the market here today. But yep, I had a feeling down, but now we're up, baby. So support tapped, and now we'll see what happens from here. Let's check out the numbers. Green numbers mainly. Excuse me, guys. Green numbers mainly here, but 75,000. Wow, massive difference. 23. Wow. Oh, that's the CAD here. 23. Oh, wow. So, all right. So they expected more, but they didn't really get it. So yeah, I guess gold's probably gonna move up for the rest of the day. But we'll see if we can catch any pullbacks and continue up in this 4-hour range here. Still got a lot of room to move. Bam. All right, we'll see what happens. What'd you guys do? I see all you guys talking about sell. So, how'd it go? Were you fast enough? Were you Lightning McQueen? What happened? Raja took a big buy. Why didn't we get into it? What you mean we? Who's we? How come you didn't get into it? That's the question. I didn't want to be y'all were hitting sell. I tried to give you a subliminal message with the intro music today, but you guys weren't hearing me. I'm always trying to look out for you guys. Just trying to tell you, first down, then up. Only speculation, no trade. Yeah, good job, man. Me too. All right, what did NFP do? Need my credit card. Oh snap! All right, let's take a look. We didn't get much of a reaction here on NF. I'm sorry. What did NFP do? What did NQ do? So we are kind of moving back up here on NQ. So we did close bearish, right? But yesterday, if you notice, we kind of close in. If we drag this all the way to the left, we're kind of in a weird zone now on the daily, where being that we're so bullish, right? Daily candle, or daily time frame, I should say, may just be pulling back here, right? Retesting these levels to the left, and ultimately looking to create a support, right, for price to move back up. So daily candle is breaking the previous daily candle highs at the moment. If we drop down to the 4 hour is also moving bullish. So you had this pre-NFP range going on with the 4 hour chart on NQ. So we stayed far away from NQ all of last night in Asian session, but now that you finally got that closure, right, now we're starting to move up very nicely. So you got a lot of clean traffic. You know, this is the zone basically in which we came from, so that's likely to where we're gonna move up towards and retest. So there's still plenty of room to get up there if the daily wants to make a move today, which we could be just getting started, right, especially with the news coming out. So 1 hour is obviously moving up off of the news with NFP here, so we'll have to wait for that to just kind of calm down, make a little decision. You had beautiful price action pre-NFP here, so we'll see what happens though. Yeah, gonna wait. The price has already kind of did its thing. You've already tapped resistance here, so nothing for me to do. If we can maybe pull back, I like that idea. Or if we can kind of push up, create some structure and get above these new levels, I think we're good up there too. So maybe a push up, maybe a support formed, right, and a closure back above, or maybe that push up and then a little range forms, right, and then we get a closure above, and then you got all that clean traffic to the left. So, and then at that point, if we do range, if you close below, right, there's all this clean traffic to move back down. So yeah, let's let the news settle in here, see how price wants to like react to all this, and once it settles down, we'll look for the opportunities. Holy smokes. Went for the buy. Let's go. Let's go. Why not? Was Raja live for that? I'd love to go back and check it out. Down but down. Easy. That was the easiest signal ever. Easiest. All right, I gotta check that out. Let me see. I bet he's already off though, right? Such a boss. He goes, all right, I'm out. Peace.
Spread is going to increase.
Order filled.
Oh shit.
Ooh, shit.
Great. Here's the chat. We got about a minute left now. We have about a minute. YouTube is going, and below the high, we're going up. Knees weak. Arms are not heavy because I got biceps. But the palms are
Trade Hawk? What is that?
Still, it still does.
What's Trade Hawk?
Oh man, the spread is going to increase.
Order filled.
Oh shit. Okay, great.
Position
Close
closed.
this right there. Wow, before the news. Man. Before the news. Big gap is coming. What happened?
Order filled.
Ooh, whoa.
Position closed.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Let's go.
Nice. Nice. This
Amazing.
is
Let's go.
nice.
And then he's like, all right, everyone,
I have
peace.
to make, before I leave, the on Dominion Markets, on Dominion Funding,
Such a G.
right over here. Use the code
W.
NFP50 for 50% off
W.
on one step. Like, where's it going?
It never fails. It never fails. Who is that guy? That is that's who I pretty much learned all this from. That was one of my trading coaches. Yeah, someone I basically learned the whole entire foundation of this entire system from him. That's funny, Rich. Man caught it on both sides. He's hype. He's hype. How'd you guys do? Did anyone get into the buys? Anyone get into the buys? What did we push there? How much did we push? It was pretty significant. Yeah, it was like 300 pips. So if you were in the sell and you didn't close, man, I mean, you gotta, you know, before NFP, if you're gonna get in, you know, you gotta have your finger on that trigger. You gotta be ready to close. Not worth it. I just like watching. It's entertaining enough just watching. We got Johnny Gems driving today, I think. I think he left this morning, so my man's heading back to Florida. Back to Florida. Oh, you went low risk. Let's go. Little low risk trade. Yeah, news trading is just fun, you know? It's just fun. Like, if you need money desperately and, like, you don't have too much, you definitely don't want a news trade. You know, that's for the big ballers, you know? You let them play with a couple dollars, all right? You just calm down there, young grasshopper. You just sit there and watch. Oh, snap. If you were really looking forward to today, Friday's paycheck, you have no business trading NFP today. It's always fun watching Raja do that, though. He always makes it fun, entertaining. Love that guy. Yo, what up, Green? Top of the AM. News trading is gambling. Yes, yes. And sometimes gambling could be fun, you know, when you have money to gamble. So that's what I mean. Like, if you were hoping to reach a payout, like if you're in that season and you're still, you know, like kind of behind on bills and stuff, you shouldn't be doing that. What happens if your whole account blew? You know? But if you got money, you know, to spare and to play with, you know, then gambling isn't always a bad thing, right? Sometimes a good thing could be a bad thing at the right time, or a bad thing could be a good thing at the right time. It just depends on what's going on. Raja, he could play around with a couple $100, you know? It's not gonna hurt him. Z Trades in the building. The Playbook 3.0 will ever come to YouTube? No, it's in the Clubhouse. The question is, will you ever come to the Clubhouse? That's the question. But YouTube, I got more content coming up for YouTube. Yeah, I got some vlogs coming in too. I have so much content, guys. I went through some content last night from, man, when we had the New Year's link up and all that. Me and Magnus in that black Lamborghini. I mean, it was epic. I'm like, yo, how do I have all this footage and haven't done anything with it? Playbook 2.5, yeah, that one definitely has a shot at getting on YouTube. Yeah, definitely. To be honest, that Playbook 2.0 video though, that should get you pretty profitable. Just that one alone. I promise. The 3.0 isn't going to make you any more profitable than you are right now. If you're not sticking to the rules, if you're not, you know, staying patient, disciplined, like it still won't work, no matter playbook 4, 5, 6, 11. If you can't get yourself to stick to a set of rules, none of that stuff ever works. Can I see the daily going higher? Yeah, man. I think we're bringing a higher love here today. 4 hour got a room to go. 44.60. We got room. We got room. Yeah, stick around on YouTube. Yeah, get some payouts and then join us in the clubhouse. No rush. We'll be here. We'll be here. DJ Scratchers called that. That higher love. Yeah, so I think we can go higher for sure. But in order for me to get in, I kind of need some sort of structure getting created here. So we got 19 seconds left on the 15. If we can kind of, spend some time and work out some structure here by 9:15 or 9:30, I think that's going to be the move, right? Kind of get a little pullback, have price create structure, maybe get a couple bearish candles, a little bit of clean range to come down here, right? And then look for support, and then we keep buying. So maybe 9:45 right here to 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 9:15. 9:15 to 9:30 gives us, some type of support, and then 9:30 we go. 9:30 we go. So that would be a perfect world here today if something like this can happen. Doesn't have to happen as pretty, but some form of that structure is definitely something we should be waiting on. Green, how are you? Seriously. How are you, bro? Man, W Asian sessions all week. Just the conversations in there, the questions, the topics, the concepts. I hope Asian session was a good learning experience for everyone this week, because man, if you had ears to hear, everything was there. Everything was there. We covered so many angles this week, and if you weren't there, you got to go back and watch them. Payouts and going to the clubhouse. Nice. What up, Lucas? Lucas, how you doing, man? Consistency rule, profitable days, percentages, how to go about handling that. Yeah, I mean, you just got to follow it, so you just got to kind of come up with a game plan and follow it. A lot of times, if you just stick to following the consistency rule every trade, you'll be fine. So I think that's the most important one. As long as you really stay in line with that, then just take your time and get to your payout. So if you guys remember, like when I was trading with just any other firm that has a consistency rule, the thing is, like, you'll be looking for a buy here, to maybe get up there. But, you can only make X amount, right? So I remember I used to close a little early on my funded accounts because of that. So that's the only thing is, like, it's just you have to, close early at times. Like, you can't make more than a certain amount. So as long as you understand what that amount is and just stay below it. Yeah. Stay below it. But that's where it really throws trading for a loop, because never once in the history of day trading did someone have to, not make more, like where they couldn't make more, right? It's just weird. It's a weird rule, and when it comes to trading, it's like, could you imagine you could only make a certain amount, or you if you make too much, you gotta lose a little. Like it's just funky, man. 55K in payouts so far this year. Awesome, brother. Let's go. So proud of you, man. Congratulations. Big W. Seriously, big W. That's life-changing stuff right there. Like you don't understand. Like we show up here every day because in a way, I mean, this guy in a way has a life back, right? I mean, you put an extra. Think about it, you stuff an extra $50,000-$60,000 in your pocket this year. You basically got your life back in a way, right? You have so many more options, so many more choices. Is it, the end all be all? No, but it's certainly a really good start in the right direction towards, owning your future. So W, bro. W. Big congrats. Cut the profits to get the payouts. It's like, I know this trade could run for like $900, but I can only make 400 today. But now the flip side of that is look at the copy traders that you guys can use, so we can use all these copy traders. I'm about to just copy trade all my other accounts outside of Top Step, so I don't have to worry about pulling them up all the time on TradeSync and just leave it like that. So the copy traders are good, because you can link up. You can link up 20, 30 accounts, right? If depending on which one you have. So why not get a bunch of really small accounts, trade a really small lot size, and just make it on, 20, 30 accounts. That's what a few of the guys that I was talking to have done over the past year. That's how some of these guys have been able to make like 6 figures this past year off of just funded accounts, because they're making 20 grand a month, right? Because there's just so many accounts being compounded that even though they're not covering a lot of ground when it comes to trading itself, but because they're multiplying the trades, it comes in, just think about every trade you take multiplied by 20. So even though the market is slow and you're trading small, you're still going to make a lot of money when it comes to having all those accounts being copied. So yeah, that's one way to get by that consistency rule. Yeah. The way I would go about it, the way I like to do it is I like to copy. So like, I like to put a batch on the copier. So I've actually never done the whole 20 trade thing yet, but let's say when it comes to like Top Step, right? Like if I have 5 XFAs here, like I don't have any of them on a copier right now, but let's say I do, right? I'm only going to copy like 3 to 4 of them. And then I'll leave 1 or 2 off the copier. So that way, let's say I have a beautiful Asian session last night and I come out so green, I don't have to bring those accounts into New York session today. I could just let them sit there and then use another fresh account, right, to go in on my next trades. And what that does is not only does it give you a fresh account from a technical standpoint, but it also gives you a fresh mindset, right? Because if I show up and I'm up and all I'm looking at is me, $500 in profit on the day, right? Maybe I'm not so eager to get into another trade, right? So if you kind of switch accounts, now you're on a fresh one, it's almost like nothing happened and we're back to square one, trying to get it basically out the mud there. So it helps, you know what I mean, from a psychology standpoint and from a technical standpoint as well. But copy trading is cool. I love copy trading. I love getting payouts and then having them multiplied. It's the best. All right, we're going to wait on a pullback here and see what we can do. What are your thoughts about, hold on, where'd that go? Saying I'm wasting my time trading and just find like a real job. Oh, like when people say, oh, you're wasting your time and all that. I mean, maybe you are, you know what I mean? If you're gambling and, you know, you're forcing trades and you're not taking it serious and not improving and not being honest with yourself through the process, then you are gambling, right? But if you're taking it serious and, you know, you're treating it like a business and a skill, then I would just ignore them. You know, they don't know the work that you're putting in. They don't know your reasons behind it, your why for why you're doing it, and the work ethic that you're bringing to the table. So, you know, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. Most of the time it's just because they can't do it or don't have the guts to go out and do it, so they'll challenge you on making your move. It's like the crab in the bucket mentality, where it's like, nah, you're not going anywhere. You're staying mediocre with us, you know, and you're like, nah, I'm not trying to be mediocre. So you got to really develop skills, gang. Skills that condense time, you know. So you got to try and look towards skills that you can make more money in a day than maybe you used to in a week. So look no further, because trading is one of those skills, right? If we take a good trade today, you know, some of us can make more money on that one trade than we would have made in a day, a week, or a month at our jobs, right? Doing things. So you want to learn skills where before, you know, it could take you 8 hours and now it only takes you 1 hour, you know, and those skills, in my opinion, are worth the dedication of time, you know. So one of the biggest things I've noticed spending time with successful people is they're incredible time managers, you know. So they're not going to do things that are, you know, basically going to steal their time. So studying a skill like this, like I said, as long as you're being honest with yourself, as long as you're making improvements and treating it serious and, you know, really putting your best foot forward, then I don't think that this is a waste of time at all. Actually, I'm so grateful that I took the time to learn this skill set. And still learn it. Still trying to learn it too. Yeah, by the way, you know, you can work and have a job at the same time. Or, I'm sorry, work like a job and like trade and all that at the same time. Like, a job can literally just fund your life while you're building your skills. So that's the way I would look at it. So if I can go back, I would try and see my job a little bit better, which I kind of did in the later years of working or whatever. But, you know, I would just see my job as another stream of income. So that way you don't get too upset and too uptight, you know, like, oh, I'm working a job still. I'm working a job. A job is pretty good, man. You know, it's money coming in. It could take a lot of pressure off while you're trading. Like, a job can also, you know, give you that stability, so you can pay your bills and all that stuff. It's not failure. It's wise to have multiple streams of income rolling in. So never be like, I feel like this is just a message for someone too. Like, don't let your ego get in the way, you know. Like, don't feel bad because you might have to go back and get a job or go back and raise up a couple bucks, you know. Like, as long as you don't like push your dream all the way out, right, the window, and you go back and raise the money because of your dream, like, never feel ashamed of that, you know. I remember I was running out of money too, and I had to go back and get a job. I had to go back and, you know, deliver car parts. I tried to make it easy. You know, I tried to, you know, not get into like a corporation or anything like that, any sort of heavy commitment. I tried to keep it very light and, you know, work a job that still was able to get it done for me, you know. But never feel ashamed, right? If you have to raise more money, like, straight up. Like, it's, you know what's cool? Money. Having money is pretty cool, right? Being able to stick your hand in your pocket and have some dollars there. So yeah, and just know that sometimes, like, if you have an ego so much and you don't go back to raising capital, let's just call it raising capital, all right? Screw the job thing. I don't really like the word job. Let's just call it raising capital. You know, you got to know when it's the right time to raise some capital if you have to. So never feel bad about that. Yes. Simzy in the building. Yeah, exactly. There really isn't. I mean, you're getting some more money, right? Trying to add fuel to your fire, so nothing wrong with it. What's my rule for the moving stops to break even? So usually on all my trades, I have a little bit of like a management plan. So let's say I go ahead and take a trade. Like let's draw out the trade that I'm looking for right now. So right now I am looking for an opportunity to possibly buy, right? To look for a support after structure is formed to take a buy position, right? So let's just say that I'm looking to do that, and price does this, excuse me, and we create a support. So this is the setup that I want to see in order to take a buy, right? Something like this. So if I'm going to get in here, right, basically at this level of resistance right there is where I'm going to go break even. So as price kind of wicks down, I'll enter in, and then this right here will be pretty much the distance in which I go break even. So once we tap that zone, I'll pretty much move my stop from down here to profit, or to break even, and then I'll likely take some profits at that point too, and then hold runners until the full range. So if we can get an even steeper pullback, the better, right? Because the more clean range that we have, the more room we have for break even. So let's say we even went this far. So the market really determines on where and when I'm closing, right? So if we went this far, I'd have even more room, right, to move up to catch the buy from here. So I wouldn't now repeat the same exact thing, meaning pips or money or dollars. I'd still go off of the structure itself. So now see, I still have more room. Nothing changes here. I'm still going to get in on the break of the high, and I'm going to go break even at the top of the range and close partials. So sometimes the ranges are bigger than other times, but that is typically my idea. Sometimes it's not right in front of you either. You got to look left a little bit, right? And then you'll find some areas that I'll look for and go break even, take partials and all that stuff there. So mainly based off structure. It's never one set amount of dollars or pips or ticks or any of that. All right, let's see if we can get another move down. Yeah, that would be probably best. But, you know, if we get a bullish closure, right, price is likely to just go. So we'll take the buys if we get a bullish closure, or at least I'll take them off this support right here to move up. That may be the only pullback that we get here today. So, but we'll have to wait for this candle to close, and then we go from there. But, you know, I don't know if you guys are like me. I don't know, man. I just feel there's just like a weird feeling, like a sense of I shouldn't be doing this. When anytime I ever had a job, you know, it started when I was a kid, and when I would go to school, I just felt like there was something wrong about me leaving. Remember the bus stop? You guys remember the bus stop, right? When you're in elementary school and you're this little kid. I just felt like there was something wrong about me jumping on that bus, leaving my mom, and going to school, basically. And it's just a feeling that has traveled with me forever. And I had those feelings at work too. I would get these, who the feeling of having a new job, you know, like you really don't want to work. And it's just, I don't know, I can't explain it. But that feeling right there continues to just keep the hunger alive in me of just doing something I don't want to do, like, but forcefully having to do it, right? Because I have a bill, or I have a place to pay for, or this or that. So it's like, really want to find your passion and see if you can turn that into something, you know, worth any value to make money with. There's just something wrong, man. I don't know. I mean, my mom, I would never get on the school bus as a kid. I'd be like, nah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I go, and I just be like, I don't even want to be here at this moment. But then what happens, you know, it's forced and forced and forced, and then boom, you know, I was just, all right, yeah, school's not that bad. Whatever. But yeah, that you know, you got to find that feeling inside of you, or, you know, something that can drive you and keep you hungry. Can a 0.5R make someone profitable? It just depends what their win rate is. Am I homeschooling my kids? Yes. What a session we had this morning. Usually in the morning, I try and spend like 45 minutes with the kids, half hour, 45 minutes, and we just talk. And we talk about this type of stuff. We talk about growth, baby. 9:30 buys, I will risk my house. Yes, I agree. I'm following that guy. Yep, I like that idea. Having people tell you what to do, yeah, that's the worst, man. That's the worst. The way I seen it is I just thought about it and I said, why am I doing something I don't want to do at a time I don't want to do it with people who I don't enjoy being with for a paycheck that doesn't even solve my problems? You know, I really got to thinking about that. And I'm like, is anyone else thinking about that? Like, no one here is thinking about that. So I guess I was just always one to challenge the status quo and kind of think about it a little bit more. And you know, that's probably why I am where I am today, because you don't really get to these places until you start asking why and starting to challenge that, you know, that status, right, and break conformity a little bit. But I always thought, like, why would one, you know, go to a job that they don't enjoy for money that doesn't really help them that much? It's very odd. So the system just never made sense to me from the very, very jump. And I tried, you know, working my way out of it, just like all you guys are doing now. Some people are fortunate to find something to do that they love, right? So like, I'm not talking to anyone that loves like what they do in their job full time. I get that. Like, some people find something that they really enjoy and it's done. But the majority of people here, I would say probably, I don't know if I can use the word, it's strong, but you probably hate your job. You know, you probably hate your job for the most part. And then there are a few that love their job, and that's a blessing, man, to be able to find something that you actually enjoy doing. And because I mean, you spend a lot of your time, you know, in your work, right? So definitely a plus if you can enjoy it. School is just training. This isn't me talking, I'm just going to read. School is just training you to be a lifelong slave of the system. Oh my God. The daily routine at public school is the same routine as prison. Whoa. Wow. Those aren't my words. I was reading those words. Damn. That makes a lot of sense, bro. A lot of sense. Hey, Clinky. Magnus, I found some footage of us in the Lambo, and I forgot I even had all this footage, bro.
Let me see that.
Yeah, I gotta send it over to you. I'm gonna make a vlog about it.
Fire.
Clip up a vlog with it.
Bro, that's fire. Let's go, man. I'm looking forward to see that.
It was literally your first time. You're like, this is my first time in a Lambo.
Yeah.
We're just ripping. All you hear is me and Magnus just giggling, just laughing. Two grown men just giggly, bro. It was crazy.
Absolutely.
Man. All you hear is Lambo just pop, 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 exhaust going nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get it all clipped up. To be honest, I forgot I had all this content.
Yo, that's fire. You gotta see that.
Bro, remember we recorded in my garage for like probably an hour and a half of us playing golf and talking, and Rafi was there, and there was a bunch of other guys there.
Bro, do you put that in it too?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the footage together this weekend.
Wow, then, that's so nice. I love that.
Get it edited and make a vlog out of it.
Yeah, I remember you put the camera in the corner there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was there for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene in the Lambo was just epic. It was epic.
Epic, man. I could see that. Where was the camera on that one? I didn't.
You
did I
were
hold
holding it.
or- Oh wow,
Yeah, you were holding it.
bro, we were probably laughing all the way through.
We were. We were.
Wow,
it was
epic
cool.
time there.
Yeah, I'll get it all clipped up.
Yeah, fire.
King Woods. Yeah, man. I get it. And then like it was so cringe because then like the top guy would come in and he would say some joke that wasn't even funny and everyone would just laugh. It's like, dude, I said a joke that was funnier. None of you guys laughed like 10 minutes ago. Now this guy walks in and you guys are all like, you know, it's like it's just the politicking is just disgusting at some of these places, man. It's like my joke was funnier than that one. He didn't even tell a joke and you guys laughed at him. The big hot shot, you know, the big guy that comes and signs the paychecks. NFP, yeah, what a move.
NFP, man. Yeah, that was a pretty big move there. Got the same target. Is that the 4-hour target you got there?
Yeah, 44.60 up there, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, any sign of support?
Yeah,
Looking
any
good.
sign. Any sign of support and we're golden.
Yes, sir.
Here you go. Been to school and been to prison. I can vouch for that. There you go, gang. There you go.
Living proof. Oh, I love that. I like that guy.
Me too. Yeah, if you ever feel like quitting, just look at this. This is what I had on my I put this joint right, there's a picture, I put it right at eye level. So every time I left my bedroom, my subconscious mind peeped it, you know, because there was so many times, gang, where it would have made a lot of sense to walk away, you know. There was just so many times, right? But what the question is, the big question when I look at this picture is, a lot of people don't see this one, but my question here is about this guy. Where is he going? Like, where is he going? Like, what is he quitting to? When he was right there, he did so much work, right? He dug so deep, literally. And now he's going to quit, but what's he quitting to? Where's he going? What's he going back to? The life that he tried to dig himself out of? So that's the question you got to ask yourself when it comes to quitting. You know, that was my big question, is like, if I quit, where do I go from here? What do I do? What do I quit to? To go back to a job? To go back to the same life that I'm running away from and digging these trenches to get out of? So anytime you feel like quitting, you know, just look at this picture. And if you've never asked yourself the question about this guy, you know, because this guy could be you, he could be me. So it's like, where's he going? What is he quitting to? And ask yourself, if you quit, you know, what are you quitting to? What else do you have lined up, you know, where you can still go after your dreams and goals, right? And not settle and conform to the life that you're basically digging away from right now.
Literally, man. One thing I heard back then, and I really stuck with me, is like the biggest risk is literally just going back to a life you didn't even want in the first way. Like, you didn't even want it anyway. The life you were living there.
Yeah, man.
So the biggest risk is just going back to the normal then.
And that's why it's so important to know why you're doing this. Like, what's the reason? Because the real why is basically, everyone says it's the dream, it's the goal, but it's really the defense, right? On why you're not gonna quit, on why you're gonna keep going, right? On why you're gonna stay steady. That's the real why. So it's like, do you have something important enough to you, or are you disgusted enough about some sort of things going on in your life that you have a reason and a why to keep going when things get tough? Because things will certainly get tough, you know, at certain points. So it's like, what are you holding on to, right? As you guys know, I used to keep that picture of Alea and Anna sitting right at my desk, you know, and that one there was a lot of emotion tied to that, and I knew that every bad decision I made, every selfish decision I made, especially at the desk in my trading, was pushing their lifestyle back, was pushing a good life back day by day that I was going to have to recover. So when it was time to break my plan and get emotional and be selfish, right? I would look at that picture and say, nah, I can't do that here today. I just can't, man. I did it yesterday and I can't keep doing it. I can't keep pushing their future back because of my idiotic and selfish decisions, right? To try and be greedy and all this. I got to do it the right way. And, you know, that why encouraged me to not only stay the course, but also run the course properly, you know, and figure out the right ways to do it so that way I can actually win and I can actually get through it. So the why is so important, you know. So when it came time to quit or break the plan, why not? Well, these two right here, their future, that's why not, you know. So you fill in the blank, you get your goal, and then you look at it, right? And when it's time to make an emotional decision or time to think about quitting, just go look at that why and say, hey, this is why I'm not quitting. This is why I'm not getting emotional anymore, because this is in my future. So when you have the opportunity to turn a dream into reality, you got to be on it like a dog on a bone. All right, lovely. We're getting our pullback, though. We're getting our pullback. So hopefully we can create support here at 9:15 and have a bullish candle to take a buy off of.
Yeah, that'd be lovely right there. Nice support on the 15.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes
Lovely.
sense. Makes
right
sense
at
in
the
this
range
area.
there.
Yep. Why is it dumping? It's probably trying to pull back to fly. So the one thing about markets is they typically don't go straight to the moon, you know. Sometimes they do, but more often than not they create structure, right? So they kind of create these waves of up and down, up and down. So we just went up, now we come down, and if we can create support here, we're likely to move back up. Can you sell now? I mean, you can. I mean, the button's open. But is it a playbook? Is it something according to your plan, your playbook? And if it's a break of the rule, then, you know, why are you trading? Because the reason why you're trading, I would say don't just think about that and don't break your rule. But if this is part of your rule, then go ahead. I don't see why not. You have to take the trades that line up with your system. This is good though. This is good. If we can come back, if we can close bullish here, this will be lovely. So what I'm looking for is everything we already drew out. So step 1, candle 2 is now in play. We drew candle 3 with a nice wick rejection. So that would mean that this candle needs to drive down a little bit, right? And then close bullish and then buy stops on the break of the high for the 9:30 candle to move back up, retest the highs. We go break even there. We close partials there and then hope for the best. Hope for the best on this lovely Friday.
Perfect, yeah. Not much 1 hour top weight, yeah, that's right. That 1 hour has not broken any highs yet or anything like that, so
yeah, 1 hour
that'll be
looks
perfect.
Yep, making a bottom wick right now.
And if that keeps running, that could be nice here.
Where's the possibility for a sell? A sell for me would have to be something like this. So let's say you get a bullish, you know, bearish closure, bullish closure, and then you have to create, you know, structure for the sell to make sense. So probably something like that. And bam. Isn't it cool that, like, that's pretty much all I'm taking today? Like, if those show up, I get into a trade, and I'm not guessing now. I don't know. I'm not thinking, should I take a sell right here? Some of you guys are. You're thinking about it. Your finger's on the mouse, and it's on the button, right? I know, you know, I've done these things, right? So, but you're thinking about it. You're like, you know, anytime it's a don't do it. It's gambling and trading. You need to know for sure, okay, I see this, and that every time. Here it is today. Execute. But if you're just thinking like, maybe it'll go down a little more, maybe I should just get a quick couple pips, like, trust me, dude, how's it working for you? How's that working for you? You know, just look at the past. Don't do it.
We all
Don't
been there,
do it.
man. We all been there.
We've all been there. You know, we're just trying to give you some experience. It goes down for sure until you press sell. And then, boom,
Yeah.
for some strange
Right
reason,
back up.
it just goes up. It makes no sense at all. It makes no sense. Good job, man. If you took your finger off that mouse after that, great job. Some of y'all pressed it. Do you support studying medicine while trading and focusing both on those things while playing volleyball semi-pro? Hey, you sound like a very productive
Nice.
very productive person. And one thing my mentor used to tell me, he'd say, Nick, busy people get things done. Meaning someone like you can probably handle it, right? Busy people, he would say, get things done. Productive people get things done. So actually, I think you probably be just fine and dandy, man. Yeah, it's the lazy ones. It's the lazy ones where they can't do one thing, right? It's usually those people who really just stay stagnant and don't get anything. But if you're already in motion, chances are you stay in motion. Stay in motion. All right, here we go, baby.
Looking good here.
Vision
9
to
minutes.
reality, maybe here in 9 minutes.
Yeah, lovely.
What up, Austin? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What's on the menu for tomorrow's Webby? Rafi's in the house tomorrow.
Oh yeah, gonna be
Rafi's.
phenomenal webinar.
Rafi's got some heat for you. He's got it. Boom, 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 boom. Where is this? Do you have any advice for an 18-year-old today? Yeah. Your mind is like a garden. And every word, thought, and action that you do is you planting seeds into that garden. So whatever thoughts and words that you entertain and plant on a day-to-day will be the type of result that you reap, right? In a year or so, or in a couple months. So there's a law. It's called sowing and reaping, right? So there's a law, there's a time to plant, and then there's a time to receive, right? So you have to understand the difference between the two. Use your mind, use your thoughts and your words and actions to put yourself in a position to ultimately get to the 10.0 version of you. Don't worry about results right away, because just when the farmer plants and he works the ground and he gives it nutrition and sunlight and water, nothing shows on the top of the ground yet. But things are working on the inside. Things are working down below, and you need that down below, that inner work done before you ever start to see the results in the physical reality, because once they come, you'll know how to handle them. So have fun dreaming, pretending. I know you're 18 years old. Go back to being a kid a little bit. Use your imagination, daydream a little bit, pretend, have fun. Pretend you're driving a Lamborghini or a nice car or something that you want. Pretend you're living the dream life any chance you get. And yeah, you got your whole 20s in front of you. Use them wisely. I use my 20s pretty wisely, and that's why today I'm doing pretty good in life and kind of accomplishing a lot of what I set out to do. But that's because I built my foundation early in my 20s, and I learned things like this, that failure was a part of the game, to be ready for it. Naysayers are going to come at you. A lot of people are just going to question why you're separating yourself, but that's okay. You just wish them well and keep working on the things that you're feeling called to work towards, and just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Most of your friends are going to be out partying, hanging out, wasting time, and this is where you get to separate yourself. So, don't waste your time, don't waste your attention, your energy. All that stuff can be compounding in your 20s and make a huge difference in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. 6 minutes. We'll see how we do. Yep. So get the mind right, and then once the mind is right, now you go to search to learn high income skills like we were talking about earlier. Learn skills that can condense time, meaning learn skills where you can make more in a day than most people make in a week or a month. Those are the skills that you want to learn, right? So flipping burger patties, it's not going to equate to, that type of lifestyle. So you got to learn really good skills. One of them would be trading. There's a ton of other ones, right? But trading would be one, and get really good, And if you can get really good and learn over the next couple of years, I mean, you'll be 25 years old. With more money, you know what to do it. So learn skills, get around very high-level individuals, read really good books on personal growth and development, leadership, communication skills, leadership, and money. Take care of yourself, obviously. So if I can go back, I'd be on a very clean diet early on. I'd be training every single day. What else? 18. What else would I tell some? Build your relationship with God. Learn how money works. Yeah, learn. There's also a lot of principles on how money works in the scriptures themselves. So don't try and impress your friends. Don't try and act rich when you're broke still. I see a lot of 18-year-olds doing that. What else, Magnus? Don't rush the lifestyle.
I think you named it all.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yes. Delay gratify.
Live below your means too.
Make a lot of money and don't spend any of it. Start investing into long-term investments early on, and by the time you're 35, 40, you'll be so grateful that you made decisions like that early on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And as you said there before too, a lot of these 18 to 20 years try to look rich while they're broke. Or you saw one with like designer at the bus stop, and you're like, like what? Yeah.
Don't have the Louis V kicks on at the bus stop, please. Just don't be that guy. Have the money. Instead of buying the Louis V kicks, just dump it into a long-term investment or invest into yourself.
Yeah, exactly, man. S&P 500. Hope for the next 30 years.
Get a compound. And when it comes to trading specifically, because I know we're here on a trading live stream or whatever, is like just don't try and become rich tomorrow, right? Come into trading with the mindset that you want to build this skill set the right way. So what does that mean? Commit to the 2 to 3 year plan. Just commit that it may take 2 or 3 years, and take that time to learn, right? And don't focus too much on making money in the beginning, but focus on learning the skill. And that may take 2, 3 years, 4, 5. It just depends how quick you can align with that goal. And yeah, man, enjoy it. Because if you put in for the next 5 years, if you stay disciplined, build that discipline, build your self-image, your financial literacy, your communication skills, your emotion, your ability to stay composed, right? These are all real skills. And I mean, 5 years from now would be what, like 23? So imagine being 23 with a foundation that most people don't even ever get, never mind, by the time they're 23 or 43, right? You have such a strong foundation to build off of. So that goes for all you young guys out here. That goes for everyone, Doesn't matter if you're 18 or 22 or 24. I'm talking to you. Well, I'm 19, so you must not be talking to me. No, I am, dude. I'm talking to you too. Man, I wish I got a little bit of a head start, but fortunately for me, I did get a head start, and when I was in my mid-20s, I started really, really doing these type of things. Or 62 or 60, any number. But there's a good saying, and it says, youth is wasted on the young. My grandma would always say that. youth is wasted on the young, and try and use your youth properly. You know, don't try and run from it. Don't try and be an adult, right? Don't try and grow up too quick. Use your youth to your advantage. Don't try and escape it. If anything, you know, we got to catch up with the kids. Actually, the more years that go on, the more I start acting like a child, right? I assume my duties and responsibilities of a grown man, but I also have really lit that childlike faith back in my own heart inside, you know, a couple years back, and that I think has really played a big factor into just enjoying the journey and continuing to improve. Okay, let's see how we do here. Potential buy stops on gold. Let's see what we got. 190, so we're probably gonna have to use current candle lows. So let's see where we can get those lows to come down to and have a buy stop.
Yeah, either below the range there, maybe too. That's like 110.
Yeah, probably below there. I'd like to see if we can get a like some sort of a lower wick that taps into 07 and then kind of take it from there.
I mean, that'd be lovely.
But yeah, any sort of lower wick should be pretty good. But leave us an upper wick, Goldie.
Oh, Goldie, come on.
I mean, that would be the story of the week right there.
Literally.
All right, good. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we are.
All right,
Nice.
let's see if we can get a little lower wick here, and yeah, I'm gonna have a buy stop pretty soon.
Yep, looks
Why
good.
is this not catching here, man?
Would you be open for a flip if you tap 07?
Nah.
Depending on the high, now it's fine, probably.
Yeah, I'll probably still use that high.
Yeah, of course. It's just if you ran more.
Yep. Okay, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to have a buy stop here on gold. I'm going to look for partials and break even along the highs here if we can get up there. And then my full target will be somewhere up towards 60 up here. So we'll see if we can break the highs. Stops for me are going to be back. Let's see. Yeah, back below, like somewhere around 03, a little bit below the range there. And yeah, and then targets up here.
What are you, where's your stop here? Previous or still current?
I was going to put back below the range. Somewhere under like around 04, 03, somewhere back below here.
Nice.
Yeah, you can use current candle or previous, whichever one, whichever one you guys like better. All right, gold. Let's see if we can get a big push up here and get ourselves to fill the rest of that 4-hour range. All right. Alta filled. So we got a 15-minute onion, 9:30, high volume time. Price bullish, right? Extremely bullish at the moment. So we'll see if we can kind of move up here, but this is what I'm looking at for partials. Let's do this for partials. And yeah, I think we can get a big push out of Goldie here. Let's see if the volume flows with us.
Yep.
Job done. Yeah, job done. It's textbook position here. So you always got to look at your trade and say, hey, is this one, or if I take a loss here, right? Could I look at this at the end of the week and say, okay, perfect, I was supposed to be in that trade, or, right, am I going to be like, why'd I get in that? So every trade you take has to line up with that, right? And this one here definitely does, and this one looks pretty good. You're not in yet? That's all good. All good. If we break the high again, you should be should get yourself in. So 03-ish. Yeah, 03. This would be an onion play, yeah. Yep. Did you get activated, Magnus?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm in.
I need on one, apparently. I don't know why, but most of my accounts are in here.
All right, now we wait.
Yes, sir. Let's see. See what happens.
Slightly hard time following what? Almost? Oh, you guys are almost in. Okay, good. If we re-break the high, then you guys will be in with me. Taking partials. I'm gonna take partials at 44.30 if we can get there. Yeah. 44.30. Can half R make one profitable? Yeah, I think we already talked about that. It just depends on your win rate, you know, and your ability to win trades and all that good stuff. Yeah, a buy stop now on the break of the highs would be very nice. If you guys aren't in yet. Another 3-hour trade? Oh, yeah. Let's get some volume in here. Hey, I think last NFP we actually ranged for a while, didn't we? We had a big move, and then it ranged for a while.
Yeah, it ranged up a bit.
Excuse me.
It would be crazy if you stop here with this rally and stuff like that too.
Dude,
being so
yeah.
bullish, man.
That'd be funny.
Well, let's see.
This is an onion, yeah. Yep. I'll gladly take this loss. Yeah, same here. Absolutely. You got to take this. I'm really targeting the 4-hour high, like the 4-hour range here. That's what I'm targeting. It's all pretty clean.
Yep.
It's all really clean, actually.
Yeah, looks good.
Boom, 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 boom.
1 hour no high here still, or at least a small one.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 hour looks great to move up.
Mm-hmm. Literally just created a low right there, so we'll see.
Minute 30 doesn't look as good. No, minute 30 is bearish, but we know that the overall idea is bullish, so that's why we're getting aggressive here off that support level. The 1 hour, the 15 bullish, 1 hour bullish, 4 hour bullish. So the 30 is the only one kind of, you know, not on our side here. But that's
again,
good because a lot of times that kind of gets sellers involved on the 30 and everything's kind of moving up. So it just depends on, you know, whether or not we survive that liquidity, right? Whether the sellers kind of take over. It just depends on how this candle moves. But right now we can say buyers are in, sellers are in, right? And now price is probably going to make a move. And by the looks of multiple time frames, right, it should keep moving up. And that's all we can, that's the only certainty we'll really have here. Scott, yeah, I talked to Scott yesterday, actually, 2 days ago. Yep. Yes, sir.
Scott.
Man.
All right, man. If you re-break highs here after breaking the lows now too, that'll be perfect.
Might have to add to this.
Not a bad idea. You could also trust a bit more in the like the current low there.
Yeah, it's true. Yep.
Than before.
Boom. All right, let's see if we can take flight now.
Yeah.
The house? Yeah, one of you guys are putting the house on this one. I know it. I know it.
You just know it.
You got more buy stops at the entry. I see you. I see you.
I mean, I feel you.
I feel you too. I see you and I feel you.
I see you and I feel you.
Where's Johnny Gems? John's actually driving back to Florida today. So you guys, if you can, you know, say your prayers and thoughts for Johnny Gems, Joe, and Maddie. They're both rolling back down south here today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's that, like a 20-hour drive?
20, yeah, like 18, 20 hours.
Sheesh,
They're going to stop in North Carolina, sleep there for the night, and then kind of break it up into like two trips.
Nice.
Yeah. They're all headed back. The whole neighborhood. It's been a while. They've been gone for 3 months.
Sheesh. Yeah.
I think I went to New York like 2 times within that 3 months. I'll be back in New York in actually next month in September. So if anyone's around, I'll only be in the city though. So if you guys are around the city, give me a holler. I got invited to do some podcast, go to a pretty big dinner with some pretty big names. I'm not gonna mention them, but you guys have seen these guys on YouTube and all that. Some guys that work with S&B and all that. So you see how the manifestations are coming. You know, all of a sudden, I'm about to be at a dinner table next month with someone who works with S&B Capital. That doesn't just randomly happen. You know, it just doesn't. It doesn't. So pretty cool, right?
4D to 3D. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, we have fun bringing vision to reality. It's one of my funnest things to do now that I learned that we as humans can do it. And basically, like, you know, the Matrix has the agenda to, like, stop that. You know, they don't want us, you know, knowing that stuff and doing that stuff. So it's glitching, baby. We glitching. Tennis? You know what? I probably will watch some of the tennis today. Little
Bro,
tennis,
look at
little
that
golf.
30 minutes. Oh my goodness.
At 30?
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
That's
30's
like
breaking the
accelerant
highs
too.
now here. Whew.
Whew.
You've been watching some of their YouTube channel? Yeah. I've always liked to study their mindset. I'll get completely lost if I study their technicals, but their mindset, their mentality, their behaviors, what they look for, what they train traders to do, those are the things I like picking up. That's where I got the BRB strap from, yeah. Yeah, there's like, so when it comes to trading, I don't really look at anyone for strategy or system anymore. You know, I got my thing going. I know this works. There's no need to figure anything else out at this point in my career. I got it, right? I understand this way of doing it, and that's all I need to know. So now it's more so, how do the pros think? How do they handle themselves in certain situations? How do they behave? What's their thought process, right? Things like that is what I really look to learn about and skill up on at this point, not necessarily the technicals itself. You know, you guys can go break even. You guys can close partials. It's 9:30. I'd like to see if we can get a decent move out of this, you know, and kind of fill those wicks up top and then really kind of clear out this 4-hour range here, especially now that 30 is breaking the highs at 9:30. I mean, I think we got some time here to let this thing pump.
Let it rip. Yeah, I like that. Same here. We really got that fall target, man. That looks pretty solid, not gonna lie.
Let it rip, Tater Chip. But you know, you do you. You know, if you like closing here, it's obviously a logical thing to do, right? You're at a resistance, but I just think we can get a bigger move out of this, and I'm okay with, you know, whatever outcome.
I mean, it is 9:30 though. So
yeah, it's 9:30, clean range on the 4-hour, all that. And this, hey, by the way, this is the mindset of the pro. You know, this is what I've learned from studying some of the pros and studying some of those guys. It's just their mentality, their mindset in trades, and, you know, taking advantage of those higher volume times. And if you lose, you lose, right? But what could happen here is it could be a really good trade that runs pretty well for us. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. From rice and beans to steak and rice today. W in the homes. That's the upgrade. Hey, I took $75,000 out the market last week. Me and my kids and my wife ate ground beef and white rice that night. Chilling. But the day that I lost 21,000, oh man, we balled out and went to hibachi. Mindset.
Savage, actually.
Mindset.
That is savage.
You too, my friend. You too. All right, we got 1 minute here for a 15 closure. So we'll see how that candle closes. That'll lead us into 9:45. So we'll see what happens there.
Sir. Can we see a juicer? A little higher
Can we
high
get a
here?
juice box?
That would be nice. I'm really looking forward to that breaking the high there on the 1 hour. Look at that 1 hour. It hasn't really moved up yet, right?
Yeah, that would be really nice. If we can break that previous 1 hour high, man, this thing should run at that point.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm looking at here too.
Boom, 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 boom. Mindset from your streams. Awesome. Love it, brother. Love it. Glad to hear that. Pass some more accounts. All right, let's go, Jason. W. Yo, Pablo. How we feeling? All right, this is our new candle here. So let's see what happens. I don't really like that 15 close.
Not that much, no.
Not much. From Poland in the house. What's goody? What's good? Poland in the building. All right, let's see what 945 has to offer here. Just missed some partials by a couple pips. About 27 pips, so not a couple.
We'll see.
Partials makes you feel FOMO? What's that mean? Partials should be good because that's you like securing money.
You just take it.
Take the money. Perfect week of execution. A little bit of red, but I'll take it. Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Yeah, as long as you're executing on your setups and whatnot, it's perfect. That's all we can do as traders. Execute.
It's your
Execute
edge.
well.
Execution is your edge.
Yeah, execute properly. Consistency rule. Yup. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do with that. So good job, man. W day. W day. Taking partials means closing part of the trade. So let's say you have 2 contracts. Closing partials would be like closing one of the 2. So you take a partial profit and then you let the rest of it run. Super rocket? Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we get a rocket ship. Pay the rent? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, pay the rent. Drop a little like. Sub to the channel. Sub to the channel.
I like that we made the bottom first here. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. Really want to see that 30 re-break its high and then that 1 hour.
Literally, that's kind of the moment we waited for here.
The 1 hour is really, I mean, if we can break the 1 hour highs, that's the move right there.
Yeah.
Did I go A, B, or C? I went like a little above B. I went 8 contracts. So I think it's a pretty good trade. It definitely it taps support. I mean, our resistance, which is good, but we're expecting a little bit of a bigger move out of this at 9:30. But we've been stalling a little bit. We're stalling. So we'll see if the volume's coming in here in the next 10 minutes.
Sir.
Have I ever traded London?
Resistance.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, we did.
You'd expect a little more of that 1 hour.
Yeah, I would expect that 1 hour to break the highs here and just push.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, London session. I have definitely traded that many times. We trade London every day in the clubhouse.
Every single day.
Every day. Boom, boom, boom. Different approach to different types of structure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you have to adjust. You have to adjust. So even like today, the markets have been like over the last couple of days, they've just been flying, right? So today I decide, okay, let's keep the trade on. Where other days I would have taken partials right there at that resistance, right? But being that the 4 hour has all that range, over the past couple days to 2 weeks, we've been really running with when that volume comes in. You know, so this time, and then that 1 hour kind of break of the high really makes me say, okay, we can possibly expect a pretty big move from this 9:30 candle. So that's why I didn't close partials yet. But on other days, you know, I might have closed my partials right at that resistance. Studied him in 4 years. Nice, dude. It's taught me true patience. Yep. Yeah, the market will teach you. The market will definitely teach you. Experience will definitely give you the gems, you know, especially if you're taking advantage of the time and, like I was saying, like really being real with yourself and making sure you're improving all the time. You know, chart time will never fail you. What the heck? What the hecky? 4 hour chart. I think we got more room to go on the 4 hour chart. Yeah, I mean, you are coming into those highs and whatnot, but yeah, it's all pretty clean for the most part, especially if gold really wants to move bullish today. But again, you never know. Maybe NFP was, you know, the move, and now we're gonna stall a little bit. We'll see. What would be very nice is this new 1 hour candle just bang.
Yeah, literally.
Yes. Hey, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back, all right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. What's up, Clubby? Oh, yeah, YouTube too. Chat went quiet. Went in drawdown. Oh, nice. What's up, Kabir? Yeah, if you have an active trade from London session, would you let it play out to New York? I mean, probably, if that's the plan. So it depends on what the plan is, where we are at, and, you know, it could matter what time it is too, if you really expect volume to kick in at a certain point there in that trade for you to like win the trade. Otherwise, we'd probably in lower volume time, if you're still in, maybe go break even or something like that. I think so. It's more to the like swing trading style in a way that you would kind of do stuff like that. What's up, Aravint? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Caught some sells in London? No, I don't think so. When was that? What time did that happen? Caught some sells. Oh, maybe on the first resistance there. Yeah, we had a plan to wait for range 2 because of the trend was overall very strong bullish there. I think so. If it's that one. Yeah, don't forget to breathe air. Breathe air. Yeah, Cole, literally, it did. Oh yeah, it was actually exactly the same. Setups looked like the day when Nick was with Luna live, and the trade lasted for like a couple hours there too. It literally looks exactly the same. That's insane there. Textbook on you. Yeah, man, we'll see what happens here. Close partial, so. Yeah, true. Yeah, if you close partials there, that's nice too. I mean, the overall move is, you know, we tapped resistance, so that was a pretty good move. If you count on a little bit of a bigger push there out of that 1 hour time frame, I could see that too. What's the name of the trading journal? It's a TradeSet. TradeSet. It sits down in the bottom right corner there too on the screen on YouTube. So Danish Viking, yep. Onion.
Danish Viking, let's go.
Yeah, I like that name
twin.
actually. My twin right here. Yeah, I probably would have if we closed below the range. I remember something like that. What time was that? I mean, yeah, if we would have closed below the range to the left at 42.5 there, I would have liked that way more. But as we didn't close below there and we weren't below the 15 range that we had, as you see, we kind of stayed above there and then we kind of saw price drive back up and we never came back down there. Probably because we were rejecting for that range. So I would have probably waited for that range to be broken there for me to take any sells there in London session, as we're quite to the bullish side. Flip my $30 account to 85. Let's get it, man. What's up, Jose? Jose, who cares? Lovely. Good work.
Hey. Jose.
Oh yeah, nice.
All right, hopefully we move back up here, man, because we basically tap resistance. So this thing could push down. We were like a couple pips shy of break, or I should say partials. Guess I should have my partials sitting a little lower here today. But we'll see what happens. If we can come back up, that'd be great. We got a brand new hour closure coming up. So if we can survive that bottom wick, you know, anyone's still in the trade now, we could blast off here.
But again, you don't want to. Yeah, but you don't want to go break even there at the partials too, because
nah, you want to leave that some room. Yep. I still like the management here. Either way, we knew we called price going up to resistance. It did. We just kind of fell shy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not extending my stop loss either here. So.
What's yours? 03.4.
Yeah.
Order filled.
Yep, that's it. Exceeded the max loss. Oh, I knew it. It was 1300. All right. I guess we could have snagged the partials here, but again, banking on that bigger move. Man, you really want to see price move up there. All good. All right, good.
Man. We'll see.
Yep, good trade. Probably held on a little too long there, but again, I still like holding on there. The fact that move was just getting started, you had a 30-minute break in the highs there. Yeah, I still like it. So good job. If you guys made money there, close partials, congratulations. I hung on a little bit. I'm not mad at it either. So it's still a pretty good trade for the most part. Yeah, I guess we could have closed our partials at resistance, but 930, high volume, bullish direction. Yeah, we go for it. We'll go for it. Yeah, had the opportunity to close the partials, though. Just enough to tap me out, yeah. Let's see what happens from here, though.
Yeah, let's see.
A tip to stop over. Yeah, no, that was money. Basically, the trade worked. We just didn't close it. Yep. Yeah, it was a good trade. Yeah, for those of you guys that closed at resistance, awesome job. I don't know what we got there. Roughly, damn, we had 97 pips. We had 97 pips. So if you took it, great. If you held on, great. You know, as long as you followed your plan, I think it's pretty good.
But again, we had like a steeper entry there because we first broke the highs and then. But yeah, nice.
Yep. Am I holding on my live account? Absolutely not. Nope. I'm taking this one. Any counter trend ideas? This one would make sense. You know, if you end up closing below here, right? You'll also have a 31 hour, but this could make sense for the sells, but you would have to close below. Basically, anything above the range probably stays bullish. Just passed the funded account on this trade. Nice. Credentials for phase 2. W, brother. W. Congratulations.
Good. Good work.
Yeah, the range fill was the TP. Yep. In most cases, that would have definitely been the partials for sure. But again, kind of trying to get a little bit more out of this trade here. And yeah, man, that 4-hour range was lovely. We could still move up in that 4-hour range because you're going to get a closure now. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, closed above. Closed above. So you got this 1-hour celery, but it's a little strong on the 1 hour too. So you got brand new 4-hour candle here. Followed my plan, took the partials at resistance. Okay, great. Yeah, amazing. We just
missed. What you gotta do.
Did you take some partials, Magnus?
No, only thing I really did was close half at like the entry again when we closed doji.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I didn't do a thing.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, that one looked like it could have ran.
Yeah, because I believed in the move, the bigger move there, but I didn't like the closure there too.
Yep. Yeah, that closure.
You kind of missed my partials by like, I don't know, 10 pips there.
That closure was trash.
Yeah, literally. It is what it is, though.
Yep. Well, that's that. Good trade. Really a W trade for the most part. Just held on too long. Can you break down the trade? Yeah, of course. So pretty much you had a bullish. So you have this daily candle that broke the highs, right? You had all this wick to fill up here, and especially on the 4-hour, you had all this clean range coming up. So clean 4-hour range coming up here. You had if you look right there, you had a 4-hour closure above, right? Or actually this candle now closes above, but you had all this 4-hour range to go. Your 1 hour was bearish. 30-minute was bearish here as well. Where'd that go? Right, 30-minute close bear. You had the closure above the range, kind of had that 30-minute celery. We got started a little earlier than the 30-minute celery, right? So we kind of banked off this big move up, price coming down, created support. This is exactly what we drew up in the beginning of the stream, and then, you know, kind of seeing price come into that resistance level. So it worked out. I mean, the idea worked, right? We were looking for profits somewhere in here, just missed mine, and some of you guys took profits there, but ultimately the range fill worked out. We just didn't get the full extended move there. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good trade. Made sense on time frames, and just didn't, I mean, it kind of worked out, but didn't work out because we didn't close. So
yeah.
Yeah, any questions on it? Any questions? And the sells, you would really need a closure below. You know, you really don't want to take these sells here because price can be making a lower wick on the 4-hour just to pop back up. Yep. Oh, you quit trading, now you're starting again? All right, let's go. Let's make a run here. Let's make a run. Remember, performance. Yeah, some people won, some people BE, some people lost. Exactly. I feel like that's how it goes on every trade.
Yeah, literally.
If someone was starting over again, would you say they should get a prop account just to with their small? Yeah, I think so. I think the transition, the development would be, come in, join some sort of community, learn a system, and like right as you're learning that system, take a cheap prop firm account out. Something that's very cost efficient, something that keeps the expense low, and then take time. There could be some time here, some failing and all that, but take this time to learn, right? Learn how to do this. And from there, throughout the learning process, you'll notice that you're not blowing those accounts anymore. You're actually starting to pass them. And then eventually, maybe you make it to the payout, right? So then you get a payout. And now once you've proven to yourself, right, that you can follow rules and follow plan, then you can go over to like an instant funded account. All right, get an instant funded account. And now from there, that's where I would say, start putting money into investments, and then maybe even start, putting money aside for like a live account, like a live trading account to where you can trade your own money. So that's kind of like the progression. It's like learn, right, the playbook or the system. From there, start to implement it, right, on these cheap funded accounts. Go through that learning phase. That could take some time, right? I don't know how much time, but it could take time. Then once you start passing them and getting payouts and seeing consistent results, use some of the payouts, get an instant funded account, and then now you're in the money, right? So now you can just start making money from the time you start trading the account. And then from there, like I said, you put money in investments, money to live your life, and then, maybe some money for the live account. That's the way I would go about it. And this whole process can honestly take about 1 to 2 years. Yeah. Years, not months, not weeks, not days.
Years.
Years.
Yep. I have the long-term perspective.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what I would do. I think that's a good process because over here you're not spending too much money. You can literally go to like TopOne right now and get like 2 accounts for $40. So you just learn on those, learn, and then eventually go through that process. Made sense to hold? Yeah, I thought it made perfect sense to hold there. So I'll take those.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also with the rally we've seen, everything.
Yeah. By the time you get profitable, look, I mean, you'll surprise yourself. Again, this skill can condense time, right? So over the last 2 years, let's say you lost X amount of money, 20, 30 grand. Well, once you start getting payouts, I mean, we got guys taking $20,000, $30,000 payouts in 1 month, right? So it's like you can get all that money back in a couple months. The money that you spent or invested into your education, it could come back right away, because once things come together, they really begin to come together. Or 4 years or 5 years. Yep. As long as it takes you to a line. That's the thing. There's no time. If it was all about, hey, it takes this amount of time to be profitable, then everyone would be profitable in that amount of time. Right? So it's like if it took 1 year, then everyone would be profitable in 1 year. But it doesn't take time. Like I said yesterday, it takes that alignment. Once you align with it all, that's when things begin to click.
Yep.
2 accounts for $40. I think they're like 39. It's like buy one, get one free.
Yeah, that's real cheap. I've never seen that cheap in the prop firm game, really.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Bro, $19.
Got your partials on the buy. All right, see you next week. Adios the pipper. Yeah, the activation fee will be a little higher, but the cool part about it is if you're going through this phase, you don't even have to be really thinking about activation fees. You're likely gonna fail a couple. Yeah, so it's just about learning. You don't want to think too much. Just get some cheap accounts to learn on. Just to learn. Likely you won't be activating them first couple times. No problem over risking. How do I humble my contract size? Well, just go back. So basically go to a size to where you don't even feel like this is fun anymore. And then work your way back up and build your way back up. Yeah, don't, if one trade is going to blow your account, you're risking way too much, especially if it's a live account or something. So you really want to take into consideration what gets you to tick, what gets you emotional when it comes to size, and then from there, that's when you kind of know your limit, right? So try and stay below that limit so it doesn't mess you up financially on your accounts, but also more importantly, mentally. Right? Mentally is where you lose more money because you start buying another account and then doing stupid things again, trying to get it back, and so the mental focus has to be there too. No, that's TopOne Futures. Yeah, what up, Roberto? Where did my chat go? There it is. Clubhouse chat. There we go. Oh, wow. Let's go, Norvin. W. Yes, sir, J. Coop. Yeah, nice. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, we can't really say much bad about the setup itself. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do, right? It hit that target, it hit that resistance. It just didn't give us the bigger push. Yep. Well, the 4 hour is still bullish, so anything can happen here. We'll see. We're making a lower wick. 1 hour, closed bearish, but we got no top wick here. 30-minute, might be coming back up here too, along with the 15. So we'll give this a little bit of a second shot. I'll switch accounts, and if we got something else, we'll take it. If not, we'll call it.
Yep. Sounds like a good idea. Wow, what a good play.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I like it.
So we got 4 minutes left on this candle here, so we'll see how that goes. And especially if the 30 can close back above, that would be our next shot at taking the buys after that 4 hour low is in play, and then we can look to move back up towards the highs here.
Yes, sir. What's up, Jose? Yeah, I'd say, man, instead of going through that process all the time, I get why we could size down sometimes if you don't have the best read on the market. But again, I would find like somewhere in between those two sizes, like in between like low and high, and stick to some like in between there and just stick to it, no matter the loss or whatever, and be very, very selective. That's what I'd say to that, because we can sometimes go through that where we go in a cycle of like big loss, getting it back with low size, we size up again, and then we take a big loss again, and then we size back down and we make it back, and then we take a big loss, and rinse and repeat, right? So yeah, I definitely get that. I would find something in between and really focus on just being selective with that size there, execute with that.
6 days on a losing streak. How should I handle it? Size down. Take a little break this weekend. Go look at the losses. See how the losses came about. Were they good playbook setups? Were they emotional? And then whatever that leads to, kind of make some adjustments or corrections from there. And then just get back into the market. Just get back into the market. Size down maybe a little bit to get your swagger back a little, right? And then just get right back to it. One thing about traders is they have to have a very short memory, right? So they can't hang on to losses. They can't hang on to winners. They just have to, basically show up again and look for executions based off the system. So if you can quickly forget about that, but before you forget, review it this weekend. Review the wins, review the losses, you know, and then forget about it, right? And make the adjustments that you have to make moving into next year with the same confidence. I'm sorry, next week with the same confidence you had before that losing streak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. What's up, man? How are you? 2 of them, yep. Yeah, is that what you did? Yeah, Ronnie, that's another reason why I didn't want to close partials yet. Yeah, because I like the wick fill out of it, and I didn't want to mess with the RR, you know, and bring my TP down a little. So yeah, I would say I think we did the right thing by hanging on. We knew that price could reject at that resistance. That's why in most cases we take our profits there. But in today's case, where you just had so much bullish momentum, you know, we decided to hang on to it a little longer. So, and if you don't like the RR, then at times you don't even have to take the trade. So it's like, I don't like the RR, let me not take this trade, and you just stay out of that one. Yes,
Lovely. What's up, Moonchild? That looks phenomenal, literally.
Yo, that does look good.
That does look incredible. I just ate like 2 hours ago. I'm already hungry.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
Where's everyone else? Upstairs? Okay, why don't you go hang out? Give me a big high five and then go. Kingman in the building. Okay, cool. 15 closed below. 30 is probably my last shot here.
Yeah.
To do anything.
So it's funny how it always switches up. Like, you know, London's of course been London, you know, this year here, and we've been good in that first like 3 or 4 months, but it's been slowing up, and we've been patient. The win rate is the same, but we've been patient, right? Again, like Asian and New York, I like how it like, because you see it like differently all the time. Now New York has been a little bit less opportunities here this week. Again, with Asian, heated up like a couple weeks ago too. Heated up like pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It always switches around there.
Yep, it bounces all around all the time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's funny how that works. Yes, sir, ET. I'll see you later. See you in the
Later,
webinar.
Cole. Peace, brother. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the Webby tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Webby.
Oh yeah.
All right. You picking the lock? Hello. What you got?
Yeah, I like what he said there too. Got what I needed out of the market today, right? Did our job here, nothing else we can do. This is all you can control, literally. How do you manage that? And all that, right?
Yep.
Your risk, your stop.
Man, that
your
30
TP.
too. 30 breaking the highs there. I was like,
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
We about to be ripping.
A superpower? I feel like we already have superpowers. Yeah, we already got them. So it's like, which one would I want to use? I think the whole bringing dreams to reality is my favorite one to use. Yeah, with a little bit of time and a little bit of concentration, we have that ability. So I like using that superpower. Am I waiting for the same idea? Similar idea. Yeah, so if this 30-minute can close above the range, now that we have our 4-hour low, I'll probably give this a second shot here. Yeah, something like that. Basically, same exact move. Same idea from before. This time on the 30-minute. Norman, that's what's up. Yeah, 15 will also close back above the range. Yep. Yep, we got about 11 minutes on that. Buys above. Let's see. Green, did you take partials? I know Green took partials. Talk to us, Green. Is there tips on entering a trade when entering at the right time when you have experience late, early? I think the break of the highs are always the best. But highs or lows, those are the best. So you have like these 3 entry types. You know, you can enter on, let's say, like the flip of a candle. So when a candle flips bullish, right, you can enter there. Or sometimes you can enter on a current candle high. So instead of entering on the flip, right, you actually wait till it breaks the high. Or you have the previous candle high that you can enter on the break of that. So it really just depends on what's happening. But I like the highs better. Like, I like the breaks of wicks a lot better than just the flip. So now it just determines, is this going to be a wick fill, right, that I want to enter on the current candle high, right, and do it like that to take advantage of the wick fill? Or is this going to be a candle that has more of like what this one may have that we're getting right now, more of like a smaller wick at the top, maybe something like this, to where now I don't want to enter this candle on the flip, nor do I, like on this flip here, nor do I want to enter on the break of the high, right? Because you got that other high to the left, so I'd rather enter on the break of this high in that situation. So it just depends on what the wicks are looking like and the closures and the candles. Every little situation is going to be slightly different. But, you know, if this is a wick fill, then you don't want to enter on the break of the high, right? If the wick is way up here, you don't want to enter up there. You want to enter, bam, on that level versus up here. So it just depends on that confirmation candle a lot of times. Oh, like like when the actual move's happening and stuff. So it just like if you like the fluctuation, so let's say price kind of moves up, it misses your entry, you wanted to get in like let's say right here, but now price kind of moves up and comes down a little bit. Yeah, you could always place another buy stop on the re-break of the high, something like that would be fine. One thing you don't want to do is start chasing it, you know. So as it starts running, and if you missed it or something, don't chase it. That's the worst. Is people start entering here now, and then you know you never know what can happen at that point. So yeah, if it's not too far from like your original entry idea, then it's worth it. But if it runs a little bit, don't try and chase. Viva La Bam. That would be pretty funny. That'd be epic. Yeah, or if it comes back to your entry. Yep, you could do that too. But again, that just depends on how much it's ran already, you know, because if you miss it and, you know, let's say your entry's trying to be here and you missed it and it runs up here and now it comes back, you don't really want to enter on that rejection of it. But, you know, if it pops up a little bit, right, and kind of comes back down, then yeah, like that's fine. But yeah, you don't want to hit target and then, all right, now we're good. All right, and then it just drops down from there. All right, 30 creeping. Creeping on a come up here. We'll see what happens. We got 6 minutes left.
minutes.
I got a vlog going right now, and I cannot end this on a loss. I cannot do it. I cannot end it on a winning trade that lost. Just can't do it.
Nope.
We'll have to get one out of this. You're with Nick the Hunter now. I am looking to give it a second chance, yeah. If we can close the way I want it to. Bullish, above the range, leave a wick, get a next top wick, and then we go again. 4 hours coming up now too. So yeah. If this one loses, I'll be like on the vlog, don't try this type of stuff all at home, you know? Just don't do it.
And if it wins, always do this stuff.
Always do this. You got to know when to give your trade a second chance.
You gotta know.
This is a perfect example of when to give your trade a second chance. Or, guys, don't try this type of stuff at home. If you take a loss, just call it a day. Call it a day.
Never do what this trader does.
Never do what this trader right here did.
Yeah, that's too funny.
I got the yellow brick road still up here too if you guys are trying to find your way. Alright, we got 4 minutes. Give me 1.5 minutes. I'll be right back. Boom, 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 boom. BRB.
Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly, Nadim. Yeah, don't size up this trade. I mean, give the trade the size it deserves, right? Just imagine you haven't taken the other trade. You have a clean slate now, and you're coming right back into the market, right? And if you haven't reset, it's better off just not taking a trade, just more observing, right? Because you don't want to be emotional and trying to take another trade. So you basically you're not over trading in a sense, but oversizing, but you're kind of oversizing, right? Because you want to make it right back, you know. But once the opportunity is there to make it back, of course you can make it back, right? But yeah, it does look good. 4 hour time frame setting up a low wick here. 1 hour time frame coming back up here after breaking lows, tapping previous range on the 30-minute time frame. I mean, it does look good though. Exactly, Rich. Exactly. So here's the account. That's basically what I heard there. Magnus, all great things you said there, but all I heard was risk the account. Too funny, man. Sound like Raja on the second chance, yeah.
How we looking? Damn near perfect?
Yep.
All right.
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, absolutely, Austin, right? Gold just wasn't ready yet. But hey, that's trading. If it was easy, everyone would be a millionaire. It's good execution. Yes, sir. We'll take that setup any day. It's also tough differentiating between was that overconfidence, a little bit of greed, or was it actually planned? But then again, I think whatever you planned is basically the right thing here. So it's really, if you look at it that way, whatever you plan is the right thing to do. So today we've seen the rally, we've seen gold juicing, everything was looking like it want to go along here, So was it right or wrong? I mean, again, it's really what you choose to do, right? So
Yep.
For anyone who didn't close at that resistance or anything like that, I don't think it was a bad idea necessarily. Like, look at the 30-minute celery breaking highs, 1 hour time frame breaking its high. I mean, come on, like that looked incredible, not gonna lie.
The one thing that I can say is that the 4 hour was coming to a close. So maybe in that case, you get a little bit more aggressive on those partials. But now that, let's say, a new 4 hour candle is open, this is probably a better time to kind of let price push up through there and keep going, right? But being that we had the 4 hour closure, I think that's kind of like what held this back a little bit. Is now the new candle needed to, the old candle needed to close here, the new one needed to open, right? And now we can continue moving up in the 4 hour range. So maybe we were just, maybe that was one of the reasons why we were too early, is just being that 4 hour candle was closing up. So, but that's the thing. It's like, is it greed or did you plan it? So my plan from the jump was to close in those wicks just to give price a better opportunity to run. So if your plan was to close at resistance and you didn't, then that was greed. If your plan was to close where it was and you just didn't get hit, then that was, simply just following your plan. Exactly. So I think that's the way to look at it.
Yep.
And then if I move my TP, now I would have been exiting early, right? Versus exiting on time. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to make any sort of, decisions like that after the plan's already been made. All right, we'll see what happens here. 4 hour closed above the range there too. So you got a 30 closing above, 15 closing above. So let's see if we can give this another shot here. And this one looks even better. So let's see if we can get a lower wick on the candle and then break of the highs. And then stops for me will probably be same stops as earlier. Somewhere back below the lows. All right, that should be good. Yeah, it should be good. It's gonna be break one more time. There it is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have a buy stop here. Gonna give this a second shot and see if the new 4 hour candle is now ready to go. But 30-minute inverted celery, everything's still closing above the range on the 15, so everything's still in play to keep moving up. Yours was greed a little bit, yeah. As long as you can kind of admit that and then just look at it a little bit, and just kind of not make that decision next time, I think it's fine. All right, let's see what happens. See if we could re-break that 4 hour high. My stop loss is likely, I'd say like 43.99, somewhere down here. We got much better stops too from earlier, or at least we kind of same stops actually. That would be nice. Get paid by the prop firms to blow the accounts. Life would be good. Life would be good. So just as I'm not going to let the emotion of the last trade kind of dictate or get in the way of me in this trade, if I didn't take the last trade, I would have certainly been interested in this right now, regardless of whether I was in a trade or not. So that's how you kind of can decipher from whether or not you're revenge trading off emotion, trying to get losses back. I mean, this is just another A+ setup that I'd like to take advantage of. Does it have something to do with getting some loss back? Yeah. But at the same time, it's still a good A+ setup that I would normally take. Life would be a dream. It's all good. I got plenty of prop firm accounts. Looks good. The 4 hour also closed above excuse me, above this range over here. Would I still take the trade if the bags were full from this morning? No. But if I never took a trade, I would take this. I don't like to give my bags back when I get them. Do I like the current candle? The current candle's alright, but I'd rather break the 4-hour high here. Yeah, 4-hour and 1-hour high entry I think are best. Do I trade news? I don't. I'll trade the news day. I just won't trade like the news release. Okay, let's see if this 4-hour can go.
We'll see.
Win, lose, or draw. I loved being here with you all today. If you never see me again, just know I loved you.
I will see.
Be at resistance this time. Yeah, well now probably even partials somewhere up there. But man, the 4-hour can still go. So I would love to see a 4-hour wick fill and potentially even a runner here. Get it, Captain. Get it, brother. I'm homeless now. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's plan this trade now. So for me, let me just check the idea here. So you got about 92 pip TPs, about 100 pip stops. Yeah, even CTP coming up and filling that wick now. This is the new 4-hour candle, right? So you got a bunch of stuff going on here. So I think I take partials at 22 and then take another set of partials up here if we can do it, and then full TP, you know, somewhere up in the highs. So probably 80% here, maybe 50% here, and then a certain percentage there, and then a move up, possibly. Stop loss going to be below the low. Yeah, probably below this guy here. Hopefully he closed that resistance, Austin. Still got his house. Hey, but if there was a trade, it was that one. It was that one. Be careful. Yes, I mean this is about as careful as I can get. Dixie chop and
War Whitfield. Let's see, man.
that's the idea. Where's Gareth? I don't know. John's on a road trip. Gareth is, I don't know. Gareth might be here actually.
Oh,
I
he is
haven't looked
here.
in Zoom.
He is here.
Oh, okay. Gareth, what's poppin'? Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Good.
Where is he? There he is. Boom. How we feeling?
Good, bro. How are you guys?
Yeah, doing great. Doing great. Ready for the second chance,
Sorry.
possibly. What are you up to, Gareth?
Yeah, I just watched the NFP play out. It was pretty crazy. Those buys were a bit unfortunate.
Buys were good. I like them. Unfortunately for us, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Handsome hunk. T. Callahan, what's good? We did take the 930 longs, yeah. Yep, we did. Yeah, some of us took profits, some of us didn't. Some of us just missed our TPs, but resistance did get hit there.
I mean, how many times do we see this at 9:30 just push
Pop.
right through?
Literally.
It's like,
Yeah, I liked it.
In a
it's hard
rally.
yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I liked it.
Even
Still
this
like
30
it.
minute looks clean.
Let me, I gotta mark that one up actually. Yeah, that was pretty much a trade. So tapped into resistance, but just didn't push any higher. Boom, 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 boom.
What a crazy 2 days we've had on gold there.
Yeah, I
Last 2
agree.
days have been insane.
Epic. Yeah, I like the move too. Yeah, I like the whole move up to fill that wick as well. Same.
You gonna hold through the last 5 here, or will you?
Nope.
No.
Where are we at? What time is it?
Yeah, it's 5 minutes to the 15.
Last 5 of the 15. Yeah, we might delete this. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this. I'm just gonna move it up for a bit. Let's see if this candle, this 15 close above. That'd be great. We'll wait for the last 5 of the candle to close, and then we can reset the buy stop there. Hopefully we don't run in 5 minutes.
No, man, we'll see.
5 more minutes. Nice celery play would be pretty good too. Extra confirmation.
Real
Trying to
nice,
give it a
actually.
second shot.
Or you're gonna keep your stops below the same as before, or like
Yeah.
current here, or again?
Yep. Yeah, same. Maybe even this current candle low now.
Yeah.
Like 01.
Yep.
Oh, one-ish. Oh, one-ish. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Taking the base till 30? Yeah, pretty much. But again, like, yeah, it's up to you if you want to wait here. It's the last 15 of the 1 hour too. You're coming up here, so
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a 15 though.
Even when you're taking it on the 30 minute, the last 5 minute of the 15 still kind of applies. Like the rule still applies, the last 5 of the 15. Did you take those buys as well, Magnus?
Yeah, when the 15, yeah, I did. When the 15 closed there, I closed half. So, because I didn't like the closure there.
So you managed. It was
Yeah,
like half
'cause
a
I-
loss, was it?
Yeah, so because I didn't really like it there.
Yeah, that the second 15 minute closure wasn't great.
Nope. Did you?
No, I actually didn't take the trade.
Why not?
I just wasn't on the charts, to be honest. I came.
Okay, that's pretty simple.
I came as you guys were in the trade. I tried to get back on time for 9:30, but I was like 2 minutes late and a few minutes late, and you guys were already in the trade. So I could have just forced an entry and got in at the same price as you guys, but I was like, that's probably not how I should be trading. So I just let it go.
Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
That would have drove, just accepting it, and yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing you can do.
Nope. And if anyone went
So,
break even to partials, which a lot did too, I like that approach too.
Yeah. Yeah, the weak field looked clean though.
Yeah, really.
I probably would have gone break even, because that's still, we were still up like 100 pips, but I definitely wouldn't have closed partials till we got the weak fill.
No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. I think saw like 70 pips or 75 because we got a later entry.
Was it a re-break of the high?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But still, up a good amount there.
Yeah.
Wow, that 15 there. Last minute.
Nada.
That's why it's him. Like,
Sheesh.
how many times has it been like that last 5 minutes and you get wicked in and then it ends up closing like this? Like,
Yep.
Exactly.
and then you're in a trade that you really don't want to be in anymore.
Yep.
All right, 30's still open here. 15 closed bear. 30's open. 1 hour is still bear. 4 hour bull. Yeah, probably gonna wait here. Wait on the 15. Make sure we get a closure above. One last shot. One last shot for me. So if we can get this candle closed back above, I like this. But now that we're bearish on, we're bearish on the 1 hour and the 15 now below. So I think this will be the play. That'll be the play. If we could break the lows too first, that, boom, break the low and then come up, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, that would look good there.
The 5 minute rule we use because, pretty simple. Like, let's say we have a buy stop at this white line right here. So let's say there's 5 minutes left. Sometimes what'll happen is price will tap us in. And then being that there's only 5 minutes left in the candle, instead of running, it will pull back to leave a wick for the next candle. And now we're in right here. So then what happens is usually like this next candle will come down and make a low. And now you can see how we're going to go into a bunch of drawdown really for no reason. You know, so that's why if there's 5 minutes left, we tend to delete. Wait to see how that candle closes. If it closes well, then we re-add. If it doesn't, then we'll wait for like another confirmation like that to kind of close above and then go up from there. Yeah, you really don't want to. There's no point because, like Magnus said, now the candle closed, and you're in drawdown, right? For no reason. And now if that next one opens up and decides to come down and make a bottom wick, which 85% of candles tend to do that, then now you're stuck in this drawdown at the highs here. Meanwhile, you could maybe instead of being in, you could be having a buy stop there now, right? And not participate in any of that drawdown.
Yep.
Break a lows because a lot of times what's going to happen is sellers are sitting right here because the closure happened back below the range. So when the lows break, what happens is you get the sellers involved. So sellers get activated and maybe price doesn't run too much, like not enough for them to close any partials, and then pops up. And then usually that's when it's going to start moving pretty aggressively. I took a buy stop on the current candle. Buy stops on the current candle lows or highs, I think. on the current candle highs. Probably believe it was worth considering. Yeah, I probably, like I said, I think the 30. So the reason I had mine there is because if you look, it's the previous 15, it's the previous 30, it's the 1 hour high, and then it's also the 4 hour high. So that one just makes a little bit more sense as opposed to like just that 15-minute high. There's really no confirmation on that. It's just the candle coming up to make a top wick. So that's what I was saying. The better high is the better entry point is going to be where all the time frames are breaking their highs, not just the one time frame, which in this case was the 15-minute. Yeah. Peace out, T. Callahan. Later, later.
Yes, sir. See you, Tommy.
All right, 10 minutes. If we don't get it, I'm calling it. No forcing trades.
Same.
First week of August, though. In the books. Wild
Definitely a
week,
slow
ADP.
week.
Yeah, NFP. So we'll see if the markets get a little rally for us next week. Moozamil. See you later, brother. See you later. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day too. If we don't close above, I'm gonna call it too.
Good idea.
Green, send me some of those profits that you made, please. Please. Hey, if anyone made profit on that trade, can you guys send me like $1 each? Maybe $2? We'll double it up. Hook me up, man. Hook your boy up. Let me get $5 from everyone. All right, here we go. Here we go. Can we come back up? Well, $5, please. This is the only time I'll ask for your Bitcoin. Hey, look, if you in fact, look, if you send me 5 on crypto, I'll send you back 500. All right, I got y'all. I'm shaking my tin can, man. Any donations will help. Over 1,000 watt. Yeah. If I get like $5 from all 1,000 of you, that'd be great. All right, lows have broken. We rebroke the highs, so we'll see what happens. We got 8 minutes left on the candle. I'd rather this thing just chill for a minute until that closure comes up. $30 working itself back up. We'll also have a 30 closure here too, and a 1 hour. So we might have a 1 hour inverted celery, a second 30 closure above, and then that 15 also closing above. My buy stop's just still hanging out. It's ready to go. Don't trust Nightbot. Hey, all jokes aside, we need to change that. Like, we need to change that today. All right, Green, no more stalling over there. Talk to Nightbot today. Get that changed. Get it changed. Where's Trump? Get it changed. I want it changed now. Green's on a come up over there. He definitely is. Man even got it disguised with exclamation point John. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. I'm gonna check that Cash App history, Green. Next time I see you. Green's Cash App just loaded. Every single thing with a note on it. Thanks, Nick. Nick, thank you so much. Nick, thanks a lot. Green just ching, ching. Oh, snap. Nick, we love you from Afghanistan. Ching.
Green.
Talk to Green. When'd you leave your job, Green? Oh, really? When'd you do that? When'd you do this? Wow, how was that vacation? Green's on vacation again? What's going on over here? If trades were taken on both accounts, one was a win, one partials took, the other was a loss due to the risk, would you journal both? Yeah, you could put screenshots in and journal them both. Yeah. Yep. Yep, you can do that. Green's now a billionaire? Yeah. He has, bro. He has. You gotta watch him, man. You gotta watch him. All right, we're coming back up. Let's see. We got 4 minutes here on the closure. So big closure coming up here. Real big. My worst losing streak? Well, we're talking about from when I was profitable, right? Like not my unprofitable days. Because that was like, I think I went on like a massive losing streak before I knew what I was doing and stuff. But since I've really been consistent in following my plan all the time, my biggest losing streak was like 6 days in a row or 7 days in a row. All red. Red, just all of them. All in a row. So that was pretty much my biggest or longest losing streak. And that happened about 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago. What was your longest losing streak, chat? Those
Probably
that are profitable. Those that are profitable. Some of the other guys like, I haven't won a trade yet. Not you. The guys that are profitable already.
I've never tried winning a trade. Yo, I'm still on it, man. It's too funny.
One of my biggest burning desires is to just become the highest version of myself. So not only just a trader or just about money and stuff, but just leveling up as a man, husband, father, leader, mentor, someone who walks with God and can, keep those footsteps on that right path. And really my biggest burning desire at this point is I know how good freedom is, and I am committing my life to basically helping other families get free. So right now it's through trading. I have another coaching business where I coach just on personal growth and development for people. So the idea is to help as many people as possible go out and achieve freedom for themselves if that's what they want to do. So that's kind of like what drives me today, what gives me that purpose. And a lot of that has to do with you guys. You know, you guys are the ones I'm currently really pouring into to help accomplish your goals. So that's kind of my burning desire at this point. And we're just after it every day. The burning desire is to become the man the future requires. The man the future requires. Break free. Let's do it. All right, 1 minute here, and we'll see how this candle closes. If it doesn't close above, I'm pretty much done for the day. But my biggest burning desire was always freedom, and still is. So not only is freedom, you know, you get freedom, but you got to preserve it. So it's all about continuing to level up and become the best version of myself, all while lifting others, you know, up with me. Just noticed Gareth has a big forehead. Well, good thing we can't see yours.
Hey, yo. Don't say anything.
Easy to say so when the camera's not on you, eh? Let's bring you up there, Mr.
Catch
GQ.
strays.
Let's go take a look at your forehead. All right. That's it for me. So that'll be it. Good trade earlier. Congrats to those who took profits. Yeah. It's you know, hit or miss on whether or not we made the right choice there when it comes to holding or not. But clearly, you know, from this standpoint, it wasn't. But 930, I thought we had a really good shot at running a little higher. But ultimately, the rule is, you know, try and close something up at resistance. So we did get there. If you did hold, I completely understand. We just missed partials, and that's going to happen from time to time. So I think the only thing I do moving forward is yeah, probably nothing. I'm just going to call it a week here. Yeah, likely call it a week. The game plan I would say is a closure back above 08, right? That's where this 4-hour candle can possibly get going again. It'll be flipping bullish. So I might be interested in that, but no sells or anything until we actually get closure back below this new support. If we get a support here, we need a closure back below it. But if we can come up and close bullish, then I like the idea of price coming back into the highs here and that 4-hour moving up. So we'll see what happens. The only way I switch my bias to bearish is if we create support and then close below support. Other than that, I think any closure back above, we start to break the 4-hour high, and that 4-hour could fill that wick to the top side. All right. Cool. Great week. Great trade today. And we'll be doing the webinar tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the webinar tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. And the rest of you guys have an amazing weekend. And I'll see you guys back here on Monday. All right. Johnny Gems is not here today, but Gareth, Magnus, appreciate you guys as always.
Yes, sir. See you,
Chat.
man. Appreciate you.
Have a lovely weekend.
Let's get it.
Blessings to you and your family, all right? I'll see y'all next week. W's in the chat on the way out. Later, Gators. Hey, go Gareth. Peace, y'all. Later.
down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to swing my bat at this. He said, boy, if I picture this out of the park, moving so quick it's like they stuck in park. They see the numbers, but I see the heart. 10,000 hours you spent in the dark, putting in good work, even though you didn't even know that it would work. Talking about a man who grew up in woodwork, do it for the love of it, that's the way it should work. Yeah, yeah. I know some people gon' look at me crazy and I'm like, for what? Man, I was stuck, I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm
down, now I'm up like a seesaw. When I'm on a beat like an old man's lawn, better keep off. From the ground to the treetops, got clouds on my feet like Jack and the Beanstalk. Jumped off quick, went straight in a free fall. Cowboy hat and the mic singing yeehaw. Landed on my feet like a feline, put him back in the seat like a recline. Ay, what you mean I'm not worthy? Did it with a purpose, didn't need a permit. Digging from the bottom and I brought it to the surface. Mind your business, now who I worship. Who the little guy making big, big, big moves. Tick tock, turn it to a tick, 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 boom. Yeah, I talk a lot of stuff, probably thought it was a bluff, till I went and turned it where
I was down, but now I'm up. Let's go. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up.
100 grams.
feeling so tall I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me they just dap me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over this and make it look easy. Easy for me to say I do this every day of the week. I'm eager to be the one they talk about when all said and done with it. I'm the feature that they want, but then they don't when I come with it. I'm a scene, still a seat, filler, blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an old soul, oh so great. Stay paid by the boatload, don't go chasing a wave from a rowboat. Blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag, I'm back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I've been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not cut them in. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling. Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet.
I know a lot of people praying for my downfall, but the only thing that I'll be down for is being top 5, but like down 4. I'm down to earth like the ground floor, but I've been flying so long I tend to ask people, what's the ground for? Man, I'm only headed up, see my flow volcanic, it's the fire I erupt. Heard the fans getting rowdy cause they haven't had enough. You know I'm running the city, you just running out of luck. Yeah, I say that with my chest, I flow hard, it's no wonder they easily impressed. I'm so far, but I'm always coming back with something fresh. I never rest, where you'll never catch this ego in a nest. I invest my time in a booth, I find a piece. I used to piece the boom in my mind. My ex knows this, let me expose this. She left cause she don't wanna be with an explosive. Man, I'm just
feeling so tall I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet.